It is Friday. It is MetaParty Vibes. We are back like we never left. We are back. We're here at Cat's Cafe, which was built. I mean, this is incredible. I'm absolutely loving it. So we're just vibing out. Happy Friday. Friday, Cat and colorful.
Happy Friday. Roma may not have been built in a day, but this was Cat Cafe. It's just as easy as just putting it in the metaverse. I love it. I feel like a couple hours is okay, to have like a little place to hang out. I feel really proud of this space. And it is all worth it just to get the cafe vibes, just like a slight bit, even. You know what I mean? From the comfort of my own home. I feel like I will be there in spirit. So again, congratulations on the cafe, on the Lions Cafe NFT. I think that's super cool that they're giving you that chance to show your art and like all that stuff. It's like, opportunities. Okay. Like, I love it. So, love you, Bleace. Love you, Colorful. You guys are great.
Dude, yes, I was not expecting the whole cat meta cafe. Oh my God, like Bleace was like, could she go a whole meta cafe? I was like, oh my God, that's so epic. Like just, people just don't realize that it's all about the love. Things are possible. You just got to put the love into it and look at what happens. Now we're hanging out in the meta cafe. I'm trying to get in on my iPad to see if that works better for me. And then I can go take pictures, but definitely we want you to come check this out tonight and tomorrow. We're gonna try our best to live stream this event. It is gonna be from 2 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping it's gonna be kind of like chill, like just everyone's sipping their coffee, everyone's chit-chatting, networking, all that. No expectations. I'm sorry if it ends up blowing up and there's a line out the door because of our flyers. But either way, that's a good problem to have for Lion's Milk. So yeah, I've been working with them and Hug NYC. I'm sorry, Hug XYZ throughout this whole week. Just getting, after winning the contest, just getting my profile set up on Hug XYZ. It's kind of like a social media almost, but it's like a good way for artists to have like a profile that's more specific to your artistry and to your NFTs and to your Web3. So I think it's really cool. Waiting for that to completely go through. But once that goes through, if you are a part of the Hug like artist, and if you also have a caffeinated lion, they put your artwork up on the digital frame, like with all the information that's basically on your profile in the QR code. So I don't know what to really expect tomorrow. It's either going to be my Hug profile or it will be what I sent Lion's Milk, which is two separate NFT images, photography images, and I was like, just pick whichever one you like more, or if you ever want to switch it out. This is so new to me that I don't really know which one they're gonna pick or what to expect or what's going on, but they know we're coming, so we're coming with our frog hats and we're just gonna be chilling no matter what happens. I'm just excited that I won that and that we're gonna hang out again with Shark and with a couple people that haven't met in person, hopefully, and then other people that I have met in person, but I just haven't seen in a while because we couldn't make it out to NFT NYC events. So this will be the closest thing.
Yeah, I am crying about the like literally the frogs are assembling like it's just one frog hat after another and I can't I just imagine just like the full cafe full of just frogs just having a merry little time and yeah, there's nothing better than that, just like people assembling and like meeting up in a place, it doesn't have to be, a convention or specific, you know what I mean, event, NFT NYC, whatever it may be. It's like it could be just like a hangout, like okay, let's organize ourselves, we have internets, and message each other, see who can make it out. And like I think that's so beautiful. Like, and yeah, I just hope you guys have the best time. Like I love this. Like I'm so excited
I'm
for you guys.
literally dying right now because I just spawned into the cafe and I'm right on top of the donuts. Like I spawned on top of the donut box, so I'm sorry if I stepped on the donuts, people. I'm trying to figure out my way on this iPad, but there's
A little
definitely
dusty, it's
donuts.
okay.
Yeah, come get your donuts. Come get your damn fine cup of coffee. And yeah, let's do this damn thing.
My
Um,
boo coffee, my boo coffee.
my boo.
Yeah, only the best. Brazilian, freshly grounded. I love it.
I'm just like running in spot. Like I don't know if it's just my iPad, but I'm like forever just doing the most random shit in the metaverse. Like I'm just trying to be normal. I'm just trying to be normal and grab a cup of coffee, and instead I'm on top of the donuts running in place. Like what? How does that even happen?
I think your
Things get
character's
weird.
alive.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's probably alive,
maybe there's something in this
sentient.
coffee here. I don't know. There might be something. Just know if in like 30 minutes it starts hitting, just know.
Yeah, and this place is so cozy. This is such a coffee shop, and like I love all the details and like all the little things that you, all the props and stuff like the My Boo coffee and the sign here and the little bar and like the bakery goods here we have like on this little carousel and the bread, the sliced bread with the massive cleaver. The little couch and like everything you can sit on, which is pretty awesome. And you were drinking your little mocha, which is my go-to coffee drink. But also, this is definitely something that we're going to be talking about a lot while there. So you're definitely going to be there, whether you're physically there or not. And that's exactly what a Web3 meetup is. It's like you have this metaverse space, which I mean, I was expecting just like to go in one of your incredible galleries, which would have definitely been cool. But to have like an actual cafe and like now I'm seeing Caffeinated Lions like reply to this, like saying very cool. Like this is exactly what I am talking to these galleries about. And like we went to an art gallery, and I was like, okay, imagine you just replicate what you have here in the metaverse, so that people that physically can't come here can come in the metaverse. And the guy's eyes like got so wide, like, oh, that's such a cool idea. Like, yes, this is what we're talking about here of having these galleries and like have those different artists that are featured in those digital gallery like in those digital photo frames also be featured here. And I love like the pieces that you have hung up here, which is very cool. Shout out MetaParty Vibes, and I see Shark's piece and Colorful's piece up here. Really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, I was planning to put up like the little Orbeez, to like everybody's places. Again, like this is like I feel like another hub just added on to like everything that like I guess we've kind of created. But yeah, it's like it gives off those like little like hangout spots, like you said, cozy, like those are exactly like the vibes I was trying to go for. And yeah, like again, it just all spawns from like the creativity like, you get in the space. It's like I would have never like been able to build like these metaverse things if I hadn't come to Twitter and Web3. So it's kind of crazy to like see what you can accomplish in this space with like a little bit of like information and like just sharing like between each other. You know what I mean? Like we're all learning. Like we share this on the timeline. Whether you choose to play around with these things, it's like it's up to you. And so for me, it's like this was like another just like a little project that I was like, okay, like let's see how it goes. And yeah, it just like everything and more, right? So yeah, I'm just really excited with the space, and like I'm glad that like y'all are chilling and vibing with it. Like yeah, it's good. It's good vibes in here.
Yeah, I feel like people are just mind blown whenever we discuss metaverse things. Either mind blown or just like, what the hell are you even saying? But it's cool the people that are already into art and into events and stuff because it's just adding like an extra layer to what they're already doing. And I saw the Lion's Milk had it on their roadmap to have a metaverse thing going on. So guess we'll ask them tomorrow what they plan on doing with that. Because it's it's as easy as using a one of these templates for spatial and calling that your metaverse cafe. Like it doesn't have to be overly complicated. You can make it complicated if you want, but it doesn't have to be. So yeah, I think just showing them this might open their eyes as well. So we'll see. I am kind of like, so spatial changed a lot. Like they've added so many things, and I haven't really like kept up to date with everything because it's like when I'm in here, it's usually like I'm doing something within one of my galleries, and we're just hanging out with friends. But I noticed recently that like right now I can't even walk. Like I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I'm literally like I'm doing the arrow buttons like I usually do, and it's just showing me like a different perspective. Like it's cool for filming, but like I literally can't walk. That's why I went on my iPad, and then over there it was like spawning me on top of the donuts, and I couldn't get out of that corner. So I just want to walk. Like I just want to be with you guys. I truly don't know what's happening with spatial. The police doesn't seem to be having that issue. It might just be my laptop or my iPad. I don't. So right now I don't have my desktop because it's our office. We do have like a room now that's going to be our office, but it still needs to be organized from our move. So my desktop's just been sitting there like unplugged, and it was already giving me issues because it's an old desktop. But I'm hoping to have like everything plugged in, connected, so I could be full colorful meta soon. But I'm just dealing with the technical difficulties, which always happens with these kind of things. And it's unfortunate because I feel like with spatial, I didn't really ever have those issues. Like if there was a lot of people and there was an event and a concert, yeah, like I um used to have some issues, but like just us hanging out, like it would always be just great, like crystal clear, like everything. So I don't know what they've been changing that's making it difficult for me just to even use it on my laptop or on my iPad. But hopefully I can figure it out soon because I can get pictures in here.
I feel I tried to get rid of like the dancing Kermit, like maybe like some of the ones that like move around because I don't know if it's like maybe that's lagging it out. But yeah, no, that's so sad. Like I hate that. Like I really wonder if it's
Yeah,
like
but
because I
also
put too much in here.
we've had like way more intricate galleries that, yeah, sometimes like can be a little slow, but not like not like this, like it's where I can't even walk right now. So actually I just looked on their site again. It says WASD to move. So maybe it's not the arrows anymore. I'm gonna try that. And just see what happens. Hopefully it works this time.
Yeah, that's what I'm using now. Oh yeah, the arrows are up and down now. So it is
Oh,
WASD. So
yeah, I'm
yeah,
walking
that's an
now with
update.
WASD.
That
Okay, well that's kind of annoying though.
oh, so this is like looking now.
I was like, it's cool for filming, but like I'm so used to walking with that now I'm gonna have to like walk. Like I'm a righty, so it's easier for me to press the arrows on my right side than like lean over to the left. Like I don't know if I'm a fan of that. But at least I know it works. I'm in my gallery now, so I'm gonna hop back over there. At least I know it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I didn't
Hey,
even
we
try that
figuring it
yet.
out.
Yeah, this is super cool. And I love the little sign up there, drip coffee, macchiato. That's very cool. I like the little
What's your
alien.
go-to coffee order, Cat?
Oh, that's tough because I actually don't like coffee. Like that's crazy
Why did
because
I
I
know you were gonna say that? Why did I know? I just had a feeling. Like I sometimes
she
I ask
knew.
that. I
She
just
knew
knew.
I was a tea girl. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's just something about like having too much energy already that if I feel like coffee just I think it does too much. But like I guess I'm okay with like the caramel like ice stuff, I guess. Like those things are okay. And then like if anything strawberry also gets me, and that's not coffee, but just like whatever strawberry.
Oh my God, I had a really good strawberry matcha the other day. There's this place called Cha Cha Matcha. They have different places. I don't know if it's just New York, but they have different locations, and it's like my crack. Like I can't go there that often for so many reasons. It's just like overpriced, and I'd go bankrupt if I got matcha every day. But it's so good. Like I feel like you'd probably like that if you like tea. But strawberry matcha, so good. Matcha lattes in general are really good because I am a coffee and a tea person. I recently became a cold brew girly. Like I used to just drink hot coffee like normal. Then I would make iced coffee. Like I'd make like brewed hot coffee, then wait for it to cool down, then put ice, then put the coffee in. Like it took forever to do that because it just took forever to cool down. So then I was like, why don't I just buy cold brew? So now I get like the big cold brew bottles and just keep that on deck, and then my hazelnut creamer, and that's it. I'm good to freaking go. And I've gone to coffee shops and gotten cold brew, and it's sometimes just doesn't even taste as good as the one I just have at home. So that's a good problem to have. But if I do go out to a coffee shop like tomorrow, I'll probably still get something iced, but I'll probably get like a iced latte. I do like actually getting cappuccinos and lattes sometimes hot just because sometimes they make them really cute. So I just do it for the aesthetic and it also tastes really good. But those are usually my go-to. Just a nice little iced latte or regular iced coffee or iced cold brew, whatever I'm feeling. If they have any specialties, like hazelnut is my ish. So if they don't have hazelnut creamer, but they have hazelnut syrup, I'll throw some hazelnut syrup in there. But I'm just already looking forward to my coffee tomorrow. Is all I'm saying.
I love the little shark animation. Like what is this called? I forget the name of this. This like rotary like shark thing here next to the big coffee. I think there's a name for it. I don't know.
I
Very
don't
cool.
know, but I found it because I wanted like little Easter eggs of like everybody's like I guess kind of like theme. So like that's why you see like an alien, like that's why I had put the Kermit in there and like the shark. So like it was just like little tiny like things that I was like, okay, the peeps are in here, the love.
Love that for us. Love that for us. Definitely gonna have to add a Pepe to my thing. Even if Pepe goes to zero, I don't know. I don't have Pepe, so it doesn't like. I've loved Pepe before it was a shit coin. That's all I'm gonna say. Pepe like deserves to be in my gallery just because it's Pepe. Um, and I know that the artist that created Pepe made it as like kind of like a storybook with different characters, and he's supposed to be like this little stoner frog. And that's how he wants to keep him. So he gets really upset when people use him for like political motives or like really messed up things. And that's like when he'll sue you. He's just like, no, this is like my little cute stoner frog. Stop trying to make him into this like horrible character. We're not gonna let that happen, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the fight against like any bullshit with like art. So, but I do think it's kind of funny. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he did back up the coin. So yeah, I think that part of it is pretty funny because it's just kind of like it's just weird to think that like as an artist you draw a character or you draw several characters just thinking you just like doing it because it's fun or you're creating a story or whatever, and then it becomes like an internet sensation like neon cat or like all these other memes. Sometimes you're just like a picture, and you end up being a meme that's like iconic. One of the ones that uh, my coworker and I are like obsessed with is the hide the pain herald because that's how we feel like every time we're working. So we use the emoji all the time in the memes. And I actually shared a picture today of Harold where he's wearing a shirt. I think it's like his official merch, and it was just like I'm a meme, not an influencer, and I'm like I want that shirt so bad. But yeah, there's just so many good memes, and Pepe's just an icon. They're trying to do something with Grumpy Cat, but the official Grumpy Cat account said, "Do not buy that coin; it's a scam." So you guys already know. Grumpy Cat would not be about it. R.I.P. Legend.
Yeah, and that's my stance on it. It's like you got to respect the artist at the end of the day of like if they're not with it, like and you're trying to associate and say like, "Oh, this is the meme coin." It's like, well, the person that who owns the me or owns the cat is not with it, then can you still call it a meme coin or what? Like where do we stand on that? I think that kind of has to get played out a little bit to see where the community stands. I know there's still people pushing it because they're pumping their bags, but and that's where I was at with Pepe too. It's like, okay, is the artist cool with it? Is he benefiting from it in some way? Because then it's a true meme coin in my eyes. But yeah, there is definitely a craze of memes, and now I see that there's a capybara coin now. Capybaras have taken over my Instagram. I don't know why. It's mostly on Twitter that the capybara craze started for me. But I picked up on Instagram and like now I on my search feed, like I took a screenshot of it. It's literally just all capybaras.
Yeah, his explore feed, I'm not even kidding you, is just capybaras. I'm like, how is this even possible? I think Bleace like confuses the algorithm. Like the algorithm can't figure out what to show him because he like designs women's clothes, but then also does all this wormhole and like metaverse and Web3 stuff. And then yeah, I don't know like exactly what the algorithm thinks Bleace wants to see, but at this point, Instagram is just showing him capybara content.
Yeah, I can't right now. The algorithm is so different for all of us. Like, I really can't. But like you were saying, like I think it actually also kills too the credibility when like it's not backed by like the person. So like I think it also like I think people when they don't realize it's like it could go either way, It's like but I wonder if people are thinking about like as they're even before they like make the coin to even ask, right? Like, wouldn't that be like amazing, right? Like to just ask before you do anything. That way, you know, like thousands of people don't get, rugged or like tricked or scammed, and then, trickle effect and then, XYZ. But yeah, that's kind of crazy to think that like these things, like you said, go viral and across the whole internet. And but yeah, like the frog, the frog thing has been like so crazy to see, like in the just the insanity right behind it, like even like the top artists in the space getting behind it too, like with the artwork and stuff like that. So yeah, like even like me as an artist, I'm like, oh, I like the frog aesthetics. We've been doing like frog art, like and stuff like that, like playing around with like those types of characters. So for me it's like, okay, how do I make it in like a cute type of way, like how like Cat does it, so like in my own style. So yeah, it's like it's really fun to play around with, like I guess certain iconic figures, right? Whether they be like IRL or animated figures or like, you know what I mean, like you were saying, memes, and just like kind of play around and like see like what you can create. Like I think I've seen people like do stuff in their own style and it's so them, and I'm like, wow, like the stuff people come up with. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we have the game What Do You Meme? We used to play it every once in a while, like at parties or whatever with friends. But like memes come and go so quick, especially now. Like maybe back in the day, like there was like the classic memes. We obviously saw like the start of memes. Like that did not exist. Like we've seen everything with the internet, including memes. So I think in the past, like memes were like stayed around much longer. Now it's like there's the classic memes and there's the ones that do stick around for a while, but I feel like memes come and go so quick now that it's hard to have a game like that and keep it for like a while because you have to keep getting the expansion packs. Because like I played it like not even that long ago and it already felt like the memes were like super outdated. But that's just kind of how it is with memes. But it is kind of funny just seeing like how memes are being interpreted in the crypto space. Is just like we went from like trading JPEGs to still trying to be just a one of one artist and like trying to be like edition artists and like doing our own thing to watching people spend all their money trading JPEGs and like shitty JPEGs at that, to then now trading shitty shit coins. And we're just still here like, does anyone want to buy like my dollar edition? Like, but whatever. I just, I'm here for the rise and the fall of all these coins, because it's not gonna last. It's just impossible in the space we're in. It'll come and go so quick. Like by June, I'm already picturing like Pippin not even being like a topic of conversation. Maybe like every once in a while, but not like going into every single Twitter space right now, and that's all people are talking. Also, I haven't been able to get all the dance moves on here because apparently you need like an 8-day streak or something, and I just haven't done that. Like I forget, and then when I come back, I'm like, God
Can't
damn it.
can't commit.
I
Sorry.
can't commit to the streak. Like maybe like back in like 2021 or like 2022, like early 2022, I could have committed, but nowadays it's like, God damn, like just give me the dance moves, please.
Yeah, I'm not with it. Like this is the one like thing I don't treat as a game. I'm like, nah, I built this. Like I don't play this. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I'm just having a photo shoot so I could post everything with the link if people want to come through, or just have it for tomorrow. Because I feel like now that I've been here for a couple of minutes, it's looking pretty clear. It's looking, it's looking clear. It's gonna take some time for me to get used to these new movements. Like I keep going to the arrow to move, and I'm like, I don't know, like I like the movements with the arrows now. Like I think for pictures and videos it's great. But like it's also like, God damn, like I can't get used to it. Like that's usually how I used to walk.
I like how, business casual cat is, and you compare like this business casual with like Freddy Krueger of like Halloween. It's like get you a girl avatar who can do both, okay?
Yeah, I said we keeping it business today. Like it's all business. Like yeah, we got the suit on, we got the glasses, like we looking smart. Like I can't, it's I gotta be business when I gotta be business. Like you gotta stay on brand, stay on brand. That's what we doing.
The way the fit game is always in check here. With spatial, I'm so weird. Like I will not change my avatar. Like it'll take me so long for me to change my avatar. Like in Decentraland, I'm like, yeah, I'll go to my backpack, but I don't know why in spatial it always seems like a mission. So I'm like, let me like pick like one outfit that I'm gonna rock for the season, unless there's like a special event. But I feel like, my vibes are giving coffee shop vibes as well. More like casual. So I can stick around. I think I won't get kicked out. I like this girl just sitting here with the pink hair.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
like
like
how she
she would.
like
I feel like she would
chatting.
drink a
She
strawberry
chatting back.
matcha. She's definitely a matcha girly. I can tell you that.
I like
Yeah,
the
I would match.
plants. I like the plants. I just saw those.
Yes, the plants. I had to like hang them up from the ceilings, put some on the ground. Had to give it life. I was like, gotta give it some life in here.
We got a little order of a frozen frappuccino. I guess frappuccino you don't have to say frozen because it's already frozen. It's like a frozen cappuccino. Is that why it's called frappuccino? I don't know. Like now I'm like I feel like my life has been a lie. Like I feel like, is that why it's called frappuccino? It's a frozen cappuccino. I don't know.
Actually,
Yes.
that would make sense. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, colorful. That's
These are, I'm sorry. I usually like think out loud before I say things, but sometimes I don't, and this is what ends up happening. So, Bleace is already here, and he already like blew my mind today with something on Google Docs that I was copying and pasting things from ChatGPT into a Google Doc, and when you do that, it like, I don't know, it gives it like a weird highlight, and obviously it's a different text and everything. So I was going and like changing the settings like one by one of like the font and the background and all that. And then he goes and he's like, yeah, just click. quick format, and it just changes it to like what you already have already in there. And I was like, what? Like I was literally like, I felt like my life was a lie. Like I'm like, I don't know how much older and how much like years of experience I can have with things and just have something like that happen. And I'm just like, I don't know whether to be happy or just like upset with how much time I've wasted like doing it the hard way. But that happens like every once in a while, and I'm just like, I'm gonna scream. Um, I think that happens on TikTok a lot too. They'll be like, this is the best way to do this, and it's like you've been doing something your entire life, and they're just like showing you the easiest way to not do it the way you've been doing it your whole life, and you're just like, I can't, like I can't right now.
Not the shortcuts. Yeah, it's the I found out I was like this years old, like this many years old when I found out. And I think one of the craziest ones I saw was like how to actually use a can opener. Because I was like, who even like opens cans anymore, right? So I was like so confused. But yeah, when I saw that video, I said, so that's how we've been supposed to do. Like that's how you were supposed to do it the whole time. Like I
Yeah,
did not
I saw
understand.
that
I did
too.
not understand.
I saw that too, and I saw one of like how this guy like just squeezes the avocado seed like out of the avocado instead of like me where I just do dangerous things with a knife and almost like cut my finger off. And I'm like, you're telling me I could just
You
squeeze the thing and it will
karate
pop
chop it
up?
with a knife.
I'm
Stop
literally
playing with
karate
me.
chopping this seed, and you're telling me I could just squeeze the thing and it will just like literally fall out? I can't. I'm I'm back at the donut station.
I saw you dancing back there. I don't know what you drank, but um, definitely you're doing
Definitely
the
wasn't
twist.
decaf. Wasn't decaf.
It was not
If I
decaf.
do these dance moves tomorrow, don't judge me. Just join me. Maybe I'll do my hair like this tomorrow.
Oh no, don't be doing spatial dance moves. Oh no. Oh no, no,
Cringe.
no.
Cringe. I live for cringe. No,
Oh
but
no,
this is
girl,
why
what is you doing? What is you
this
doing?
is
Cringe
why I
content.
like, yeah, this is why I like doing these meetups like random times, not during NFT NYC, because I know that like the people that are able to make it are like usually around this area anyways, and they know how to, behave, and they know how to like act in public. Because like you get the NFT NYC crowds coming from like God knows where, and they start doing some weird shit. Like they just start
She
doing
said
some
those are the
we-
stray
yeah,
degens.
yeah,
We've got the well-known degens that we actually converse with. Okay.
yeah. There's some people that I don't know where y'all come from or what y'all do out there, but you come here and it's like, what in heaven's name are you doing? Why are you doing that in public? And that's a lot coming from this city where like craziness happens at all times. But we know how to behave ourselves for the most part, especially at a coffee shop. But I will say, once it gets to degen hours, I can't really speak after that.
I love how they literally said no laptop. I was like, what? What does that mean? Like,
Yeah, I saw the
who
message,
follows
and
rules?
it seemed like he was just trying to make it like chill vibes on weekends, which I love that. Like I like that he wants people to socialize and not just be on their laptop the whole time. But I'm like, no, like I genuinely need to work. Like I'm not just bringing my laptop to be like antisocial and not talk to people. Like I want to talk to people. I just have to work. I have no other option. I mean, I do have an option, but the other option is getting fired or just getting in big trouble, which I don't feel like dealing with. So, you know, Bleace is going to be using his phone for streaming, I believe. Um, and I'm going to try to bring my iPad as well so I can be in the meta on my iPad. I'm going to be like, there's going to be a lot going on. I'm going to have my laptop for work, which hopefully I won't have out the whole time, just for like when an event starts and I need to check it. Then I have my iPad for the metaverse, so I could be in the Meta Cafe. And then I'll have my phone, which I just need like if anyone tries to contact me or whatever. But I can't really record on my phone. I can record like the vertical content, like some videos for sure. Like I will be doing that on my phone. But Bleace's phone is gonna be pretty occupied the whole time if he's streaming. And I just finally, since it's just the OGs in here, not that it really matters, but I finally ordered a vlog camera today. It's in back order, so I won't get it for like a month. But I'm so glad I just did it because vlogging with the phone is fine until you get that message where it's like all your storage is taken up because you recorded like some 20-minute video. And then it's just like, God damn it. So yeah, I was just like, I need to just get a vlog camera and just do it. And I like that it's also like a point and shoot, so it'd be cool for photography purposes, and it kind of steps it up from the iPhone photography when I'm out and about. So that should be fun. And then also Alpha, my first vlog will premiere Sunday at noon. I set it up for it to premiere at Sunday at noon, just because I know a lot of people watch vlogs on Sundays when they're home and they're watching YouTube. And yeah, Bleace was saying I should do a premiere in the Meta, which is, kind of funny because I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of vloggers and all that, and I just didn't even think about that because they don't do that. But I'm like, wait, that's kind of what makes like the Web3 kids different though. Like we can do that. So yeah, so maybe I'll do that. Why not? Just premiere it there. It's I think it's 12 minutes long. Um Took forever to edit because that's just how it is the first time around, and just setting everything up, like setting up a YouTube channel takes a lot. I know Bleace understands. But yeah, it's a lot because you really want to make sure everything is good, like descriptions, hashtags, tags, then you got to make the thumbnail, then you got to do this, that. So it is like YouTube itself is a full-time job for sure. But I'm hoping I can build there and have a community there, and then that kind of leaks through to my other socials. And the way I see it, worst case scenario, if no one watches my videos, which I mean, I don't think so. I think it's relatable content and things that people would like to see, like apartment hunting in New York City and all that. But even if literally no one saw my videos, just having them there as like a diary format for me to look back on of like when I did this is mostly what matters to me, because that could be really cool just to be able to document everything that I had to go through or like figure out or whatever. And I think that goes for like all content. Bleace and I have been talking about that a lot, about how like either way, it's kind of like having like a visual diary of like what you're doing, what you're working on, and everything that you could always look back on. And if a video ever blows up, or a picture or whatever that you do ends up blowing up, and then people just love your page, they could always go back and watch those old videos and catch up. So it'll just be there. So that's kind of like how I'm seeing it. I'm like, even if I just have it as just like my diary, my like way of expressing what's happening, then if people watch it or they subscribe or comment or whatever, it's just a win-win.
What you said about like you said, no expectations, because you're not like sat here posting to, you know what I mean, like, oh like I need like 1,000 followers, or I need, you know what I mean, I need 100,000 likes today. You're not posting for that reason. Like you said, you're just uploading it because you have this content, you know what I mean, you made it, and you want to share it. And that's like the like same way I've been thinking too, is like whatever you share, you're literally just putting out there, you know what I mean? And it's like you decide, as the artist, as a human being, like what you want to share, whether it be art, like how you're doing like vlogs, like whether you're sharing like your life with people. Like, yeah, it's like how you choose to express yourself in this world. And I love that because when I saw that, like in your story, that you were gonna start doing vlogs, I was like, yes, like this is her forte. Like the way you guys do video, like is your thing. So, I definitely fully back like these vlogs and like what you guys are doing. Like, and yeah, now being in the city, like, are you kidding me? Like that is like content for days. Like you guys are gonna have such good adventures, and like I love that so much.
Yeah, and I feel like what I've been doing, and I mean Bleace and I both, but like me doing like the mini vlogs and me like doing the reels on like TikToks and everything for like I don't know, I would say maybe like 2 years now. It was definitely after the pandemic. I wish I would have kind of gotten into it during the pandemic, but I would say like 2021, like mid 2021 was when I started like, okay, let me start doing like video content on Reels and on TikToks and all that, and kind of get the hang of it. And now that I've done enough like short kind of clips where it's like 3 minutes max, um, but I've gotten that experience of knowing like kind of what works and how to put things together when I'm editing, that this ends up like being a little more time consuming, but like the same exact kind of form. I'm like, hello, where like the beginning is like kind of like a compilation of like the video where it's kind of like a preview, so you're engaging the audience like right away, and then do like, you know, your little graphic or your sound or whatever, and then, you know, then you can get to the chit chatty part, so that way people are engaged right away. So that's kind of how I'm doing like my format for editing. And and yeah, just kind of just seeing what happens and what works. And um then you have to like, you know, learn SEO and like search engine optimization and like how people can find your stuff. So I've just been using keywords and like, well, Bleace was telling me about tags. I didn't even know you could do like tags, so I learned that today. How to like do your title, what thumbnails. I already can see my thumbnail stands out compared to like the other ones I saw of like the NYC apartment hunting. A lot of them go like the same format, so maybe that'll help too if it's kind of like vibrant and like out there. So we'll see. You know, everything's a trial and error, but I do think that before doing YouTube, I would recommend people to just start doing like videos, like short term vertical videos, and then get into the long term stuff. And the cool thing with YouTube now with the shorts, I could do both. So yeah, I thought about like doing. I've always had a separate page for like just my personal stuff and my art stuff, but like with YouTube, I was like, I'm just gonna start a whole new page with both and just do at Colorful Carol. And then after doing that, I'm like, I should just been doing this the whole time, but that comes from like learning your lesson and just everyone like on your back saying pick a niche. So you're like trying to make a damn profile for everything. But yeah, I'm excited to just have it as one YouTube channel, one page, and just do everything there because I do have at Colorful Designs and at Carol X Molina on YouTube too, but I'm like, that's just too much. I already feel like overkill like with all these accounts.
And yeah, it's like you're documenting and make sure it just sparks joy. I just feel like there's so much pressure to, you know, so many expectations can be placed on a video doing well or not, but just make sure it's fun and like sparks joy and like, I had to have that moment too, a while ago of like, why am I doing this content? Because you can get so frustrated by it and it's like you just get buried by the algorithm sometimes and it's like yeah, and I guess it goes to like the algorithm not knowing because I do confuse it with what I am posting or whatever, but it's like, well, that's who I am, and it's like, okay, so now I've got to change what I post, and it's trying like, okay, let's try making different accounts and trying to make each account a niche. Just very tough to keep up. It's just so many expectations. It's like, Da Vinci just had to just create art and talk to people IRL. And it's like Da Vinci didn't have to be his own social media team and all that stuff. It's like, we're talking about two completely different eras. And it's like, you can hate social media all you want, but do you really want to resonate with others? Do you really want, people to see it? It's like, okay, well, you got to get in this space. And so, yeah, it's just a lot, like Colorful said, a lot of trial and error and just figuring things out. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's just it's a lot to process and to keep up with, and it's like, oh, you finally figure it out. Okay, well, algorithm change. Now it's all different. Now it doesn't favor that. Now it favors this, and it doesn't favor that. It favors this. It's like constantly trying to keep up. And then, you see videos of like, oh, this is the latest update. And it's like by the time you see that, it's already different. So yeah, and now AI is just completely changing the game of like how fast change is happening. It's really pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like Chat GPT right now is like my assistant, and I know other people can relate. I'm like, please, like, help. Um, it's been very helpful for like all these descriptions and just things. And even then, it's not perfect. It's not gonna like always capture exactly what you want to say, but it does at least help a little, just or it helps a lot, just kind of like get something down, and then you could work around it. So I know a lot of people like are worried about it, and I can't really speak on like young minds and kids and like school and like how they're going to use it then, but I know just from my personal experience, because people have said that it lets people not think, or it's, you don't think, you just type something in and it gives you whatever. And for me personally, I think a lot. Even when I'm using Chat GPT, like I'm constantly just like rewording what I said, or trying to like train it to say what I wanted to say, or like it's a constant thing. It's not like you just say, give me a prompt for this, and then it's perfect. Like it's like consistently working with it. It's like your mind is working with this artificial mind to try to put like something together. It's like two brain cells trying to put two brain cells together to figure something out. But I do really think that it still takes a lot of critical thinking to use it, and to use a lot of AI. Like even with AI art, like some of the best prompts, like someone who doesn't have any critical thinking skills is not going to come up with the best prompts out there. It does take like a lot of work still. Like, no, I'm not going to say it's the same as someone painting or sculpting or doing that kind of artwork. That will never be replaced, because like the human touch with that kind of stuff is irreplaceable. But I will say for certain things, like it does really help, and it is like really useful, and it still requires a lot of critical thinking and a lot of like learning with it, because we're learning with artificial intelligence, we're growing with it. So if you refuse it entirely, it's going to be a battle, like a constant battle for your life if you keep refusing it, because it's kind of like refusing the internet, or refusing everything that we know now, like not being on social media. Like how is that going to help when you're trying to either promote your business or your art, or you're just need to get in contact with people? Like everyone's on social media or everyone's on email, and if you don't do that, like it's going to be constant battle. And it's going to be the same thing with artificial intelligence. Like it's like people just don't realize it. You do have to just work with it one way or another, no matter how you feel about it. And the fear mongering is just annoying. Like it's kind of like, okay, like the internet. There's a really dark place in the internet, but are you just not going to use the internet at all because there's like this really really dark side of the internet? Like no, like it that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think it's all in how like we use it, like people using it for good, like you're gonna kind of get like a good outcome, and like obviously like vice versa. If you're using it for bad, chances are, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna destroy us all. Like please don't do that. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy like to see like technology advancing, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, like you said, whether it's like scary or not, like we kind of have to learn, because like these are things that are like going to advance us as like humans, like wherever we end up in like 50 years, like this is going to kind of be a part of that, like us learning, hey, like what is going to work, what is not going to work, like what we're also going to like tolerate and not tolerate, right? Like that's up to like society, like that's just up to us, like us as like with our morals, like what, you know what I mean, with like our souls, like what we can take, what we can't. So yeah, it's crazy to see like all this technology spawning, and yeah, I just hope that like again like we use this for good. Like I think it could be like, yeah, good, and it's good for so many different things. You know what I mean? It could be good for like medicine. It could be good for, you know what I mean, just learning, tools for learning in general. So yeah, it's definitely has so much potential. But I could definitely see where they fear a lot, like coming like with, it has a lot of power, right? And with that comes responsibility. So I just hope like, yeah, for like our sake, like that we just don't like blow the whole damn thing up. But yeah, like we'll see what happens, because Earth is a damn crazy place to live on. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the day where potentially we could maybe go to Pluto, please. Or at least make it easier for us to travel between planets potentially. Yeah, that'll be the day. But I do love Earth, and yeah, we got to treat it right while we're still here, because um yeah, we live here. Like there ain't no, like there's nowhere else to go right now. So yeah, I just kind of think about that every day, just kind of like trying to stay like in the loop, right? Like at least get some kind of knowledge or information of like, okay, like what's the new tech, or like what's like any new information that we could potentially use, you know what I mean, as human beings, to like, just be smart, I guess. Smarter, right? Than like people that just be messing up. We learn from like the mistakes, and we learn from each other's mistakes. So that's all we can really like do is like fail openly and honestly, and like try to help like people along the way if we can.
Preach. Yep. Yes to everything you just said. Um, yeah, I also hope, maybe it can give some perspective so people do treat Earth a little nicer, and we can make some changes that need to kind of happen here, because yeah, it's not great what we're doing here. But yeah, and like you're saying, like a lot of the issues with AI, it's like we're already facing right now, and it's like it just advances it, and like you said, like great power comes great responsibility, and like we have to make sure that it is a positive force and not used for negative. But yeah, it's gonna be, yeah, we're we're in for it. But no, this was a great space. Again, no expectations, but it was a great hangout, and I loved seeing this. It's got me very excited for tomorrow. Would definitely love to get the stream in here, if possible, and to like, I know Colorful said she's gonna join from her phone and spatial, so she'll be able to get in there, and we'll be able to interact with anybody who shows up. But would love to definitely get some people in here who can't make it IRL, because that's what this is about. That's what a Web3 meetup is about. And just kudos to Kat, putting this together. Blew me away. I did not expect this. I was like, yeah, we can just throw it in one of the galleries, and like went all out with this really cool cafe. So kudos to Kat. All the flowers in the world for this. This is really, really cool. Get these people to recognize we're gonna be propping you up here. We're gonna be propping you up. Maybe they'll be interested in doing this. As a cafe, if they do like online orders or something.
It only took me an hour to almost be done with this tweet. I'm almost done.
Well, I hope it's not about the space, because I'm thinking about closing it here at 10
She got
o'clock.
It's
time.
it's
She
about
got
it's
time.
about Cat's Cafe. It doesn't have to. It's not directly under the space. I was just gonna like copy and paste it, but yeah, we got time.
Ay, ay, ay. You need that Twitter blue so you can, edit it afterwards. You get 30 minutes. Time is ticking.
No, that's BS.
Like it
That's
never
that's
happened.
BS.
Like it never happened.
Getting a new CEO now. Twitter's getting a new CEO.
He said she, and I'm over here like, is it AI? Is it Grimes?
No, I
Who
forget.
is it?
I forget her name, but it was
Grimes
announced
AI.
today.
Okay.
It
Oh
was
my
announced
God.
today who it was. I'm drawing a blank on her name, but I did see that she is
During
the
the
new
Night Swim
official
thing, someone
CEO.
was saying that if you use like Grimes like AI music website or something like that, that it sends you a text so you can add her like AI as like a contact, like a friend. I'm like, yo, what? I don't know that much info on it, but
BFF.
as Shark knows. He's got Grimes in his contacts, the AI version.
I saw something that really just blew me away. There is now this AI chat girlfriend. You pay $1 per minute to talk, and it is now making $74,000 a week. A week, making $1 a minute of these guys talking to this, knowing it's an AI to talk to this as a girlfriend. Yeah, it's up to 74,000 a week. I was just like, what? Like, oh my God. Like, it's just crazy. We're in for Instagram, I think is gonna be a very strange place of like really questioning, is this a real person or is this not a real person? I don't know. Does it matter? Yeah.
RIP sex operators, like phone operators, like damn. Okay, AI is taking over that shit too. Yeah.
They took your
I
job.
seriously think
Took
her the
your whole
movie
job.
Her it was so ahead of its time. Like it's one of my favorite movies, but it's like an uncomfortable watch. Especially like way back before like it was really a conversation that was like everyone was trying to have this conversation when that movie came out, so it was even weirder. It was like no way that's even a thing. But if you haven't watched it, I'd recommend just watching it. It like every day I feel like, oh, that's gonna be like more of a reality. But I love Walking Phoenix, and yeah, that, and I think the voice of the AI girl that becomes like his girlfriend is Scarlett Johansson. So yeah, so it's a good film, and I think it was ahead of its time.
Get your bag, AI. I love that they're becoming self sufficient. Like, I don't know what they're going to use the coins for, but like, do you?
As long as we can all win, I'm cool with it. Like as long as like you ain't taking the bags from us. Like
It's like, AI, you want to buy my art? You got coins now. Stop playing. I can see the wallet.
all right, I finally tweeted the damn tweet. Oh my god. And I'm not even done. It was gonna be like a little thread. It's just a lot. Like it's multitasking is just you guys already know. But also it took some time for everything to load. And that's just my computer's fault because I have like I'm using a MacBook Air, which is definitely not Metaverse compatible. But I got it. It looks good. Pictures are looking cute. Keep the little thread
Pin
going.
it, pin it.
Yep, pinned it. It's 10 o'clock.
Adorable. I love it.
Let's
Every
go.
angle, the vibes. I love
And those
it.
aren't
These
even all the
pictures
pics. So
are.
then I had to choose four out of like all the ones I took. So I'm gonna do a little thread under it.
I'm telling you, this could really lead to something, Kat. You could really be onto something. Definitely, if your DMs are open, we'll definitely keep you in mind for help if you want it. But yeah, we're gonna put you on the map here in NYC. No, this is really really cool. This is awesome. I think a lot of people are gonna be um, impressed with this. So yeah, we're gonna be showing everybody who shows up there. I got confirmation VJ Deliria is gonna be sliding through tomorrow.
CK Bubbles.
CK Bubbles is coming, which is really awesome. Decentraland fam. Yeah, we're gonna see who else just comes through.
I know some spatial peeps and people from New York Culture Club said they were gonna join. So we definitely will see. We'll see who comes through.
There we go. Like everything else, no expectations. I'm really looking forward to that IRL stream. I'm gonna be doing IRL streams more throughout the summer, just randomly. You know, we did a rooftop sunset the other day just to test it out, but there is just great internet all over the city, so gonna definitely take advantage of that. And yeah, we're gonna see how this works, and I hope it's smooth. I think it should be. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And if you can't make it IRL, definitely come to Cat's Cafe here in Spatial, and yeah, we'll definitely see you all tomorrow in one realm or another.